We're currently at the World Ag Expo. Here's what I would say that excited me the most about today is there is probably 2,000 companies exhibiting at this World Ag Expo. Almost every single one that I talk to has either an owner here or somebody on the C-level executive staff. It is the biggest trade expo for American food and agricultural. And we've been running for like 12 straight days. It's a lot of hard work to do this. Take OMG. So OMG, husband and wife, they have 2 kids, 19 and 22. The kids may take over, they may not, but let's say they chose not to, right? Like, what are their options as owners? They've got 37 plus patents in machines, a ton of value there. So I told them the same pitch I tell everybody. We look for 5 acquisitions a year. 5. It's about all you really can do. You see 1,200 deals a week. You weed it down to 4 deals you're going to likely do. Of the 4 deals that you may do, you pick 5. What do you charge? You look for a $40 million valuation, which is likely going to net the customer $10 million in cash after it's all done. You then are likely going to get $1 million. If you do the M&A sell, you're going to get $1 million. You tell people there's a $250,000 walkaway. Why? Because that $250,000 walkaway, they're going to hate you, okay? You're their partner, and you're going to, in the first 6 weeks, what's going to happen in the very first 6 weeks is literally you're going to say to them, I know that you probably bought your dog's heart monitor with your business line, which is fine. Goes to owner draw. So you're going to clean up their books. You don't care. You know, it happens in businesses everywhere. You don't care. You're going to clean up their books. And then after the books are cleaned up, then you're going to move to the second role. And the second role is go and get a supplier contract or go and get a customer contract. Because there's only 2 reasons people buy people. Actually 3. But the first 2 are for your supply contracts or for your customer contracts. Okay, that's the only reason. First 2, and then the third one is for your patents. And then after that's solidified, so you're going to spend 2 months cleaning up the books, another 2 months getting some really good solid contracts in place, and then another 2 months you're going to likely sell, and you're going to be the CEO. And what does a CEO do? A fractional CEO for them spends 80% of their time raising money. That's what a CEO does. It's extremely hard. Like, you know, to do 5 deals a year is crazy, and you know, if all 5 of them sell and you get $1 million a piece, that's $5 million. And if people walk away, you charge them $250,000. They don't do this for free because they got everything. So there's a $250,000 cancel clause. But I can tell you, I'm tired. Just need to get more deals across the table. I'm still going to come back into it tomorrow because my goal's like 10 million. The customer we're here for is called GeoSerum. A family office group of minds that have brought together a bio product that's good for the soil. My history and my past is in the mining industry, and I've seen a lot of customers. So far, I see really great things from this company. We take a mineral-based product that comes from the mining industry, and we prill it into a really good organic-based material. It looks like this. And so you put it on your crop, and then it seeps down into your plants, and it gets about 18 inches down into the plants, and then it gives it a really good bio. And what it does is it actually fills out the leaf, so it's actually more nutrition. So imagine right now there's organic currently. Imagine one day when we say we're having a Thrive section of the grocery store, and your tomato, rather than having 130% iron in it, will have 800% iron or something like that, right? We're here for that, helping them make money, introducing some relationships and contracts, getting some distribution in California. GeoSerum Thrive Group.
Oh, Aaron. Okay.
Yep.
I know you by name.
Awesome. That's good. That's good.
So the oxygen will flow down in. And once the oxygen gets down in there, it will interact with what they call the aerobic microbes. And then it'll start growing and expanding, and that makes your soil kind of that dark color. And at the same time, that moves more oxygen in, more water down, and then it's basically grabs it like a sponge. It's 1 gallon covers 10 acres.
10 acres. I got this. So do you fertigate?
No, but what are you talking about? I've never heard of that.
Are you here in the valleys?
Yes.
If you reach out to your local agronomist, they'll hook you up with a fertigation solution. Him and his team created a 900 trees per acre, which is crazy, all through fertigation watering systems. And then rather than normal harvest, what they did instead is they did it with these bags. You know, and so if I could get it through the fertigation system, I don't have to worry about that.
Does the fertigation work through, you just put it into your watering system and your filter system and you just run it every time?
Yep. Not every time. Like you said, spring or fall.
Okay.
Yep.
So,
how did you pull this off in 5.5 weeks?
We did it in 10 days, actually.
Oh, amazing.
soil values is not really appreciated now. Properties next to us are selling for $10,000 and $20,000. They're asking for it. They're not even cleaning them up.
The thing is, I'm not as hot as that girl that does this on TikTok. So you go in and you say, hey, this is who I am. So let's partner.
The undersecretary's here.
Okay.
I know she's here.
Here for you and bring your voice into the 2023 Farm Bill.
Thank you very much, Speaker. It was great to have the House Agriculture Committee here and Larry. But this is important. Food security is national security. In other words, food for all Americans is a national security issue.
I know you all want to be on the menu, but that's not what I'm talking about. And let's thank the chairman for you guys from all the way from Pennsylvania.
You got a picture of those.
Yes.
Yes. And then let's see who's in the red file. You got a killer zoom on that thing, right?
Today, on behalf of the Almond Alliance, the only trade association representing American almonds and 80% of the world's supply of almonds, I address you today on a number of issues. This has become the most expensive year in farming. The reality of it is the cost of doing business across farming all across the United States has gone up. We need our programs to proportionately allow for access for our farmers, especially our family-owned operations. The goal is to keep our farmers farming. Climate change and groundwater sustainability does not mean permanent retirement of ag land. It means we need tools to be part of the solution.
Many of our small farmers, and frankly our young farmers and ranchers, are trying to start businesses through leasing land. Too many Farm Bill programs discriminate against leased land versus ownership when trying to access programs. So any help you can give with any of these would be greatly appreciated.
50% of my crop is in Congressman McCarthy's district.
We do not split farm families from a packing house to a process from the fields. Again, thank you all.
Everybody's canned. Like Taylor Farms gets up, and you can tell that it's written by some publicist inside. I love when our farmers get up though. And for the first minute, I'm Jim Parsons, and this is who I am. This is what we are, and I just love it, like his little thing. But and everybody says water. They do. And he gets up there and he says, and just so you guys know, I'm all about the science. So go out there, figure out the science, because in the end of the day, we need water. It was so good. Oh, well, they're all the exhibitors in one spot. It's crazy. All right, so here's what I learned at the show down at the World Ag Expo. I'm with one of our groups, GeoSerum, Lytra, Thrive. It's a mineral-based group and company. And what I've learned is that there's a lot of people playing a lot of roles up and down, a lot of moving pieces, and they're moving a ton of product. Great valuations out of this company. I'm super excited for where they're going. We literally have no cost of goods inputs at this company. And the reason is because the mineral product is that, and we own the land, we own the ground. It's a byproduct of the ground, and so there is no cost of goods sold into the product. So what I learned of where we are and everything else, that we have a great product, we can go to market, there's great yields that come back out of this product, great science behind it. We have everything that we need to go to market. What we probably need a little bit better of is a really good management team that aren't just pencil pushers, they're not just office people, they understand the product, they understand what it is we have to sell, so they can do some really good strategic partnerships and alliances with companies. They can get some good rail movement, some good ocean and over the road, and that'll give us a high valuation. People buy companies for two reasons. They buy companies for, well, I should say three: for the patent or the formulation of a product. They buy it for the inputs, meaning the mineral source, the bed, everything else. These guys have that. And they also buy it for who your customer base is contracted. So what I learned is these guys have all the right pieces, all the right formulations, all the right things they need. All they need now is the patents, which they already have the formulation and patent supply. They need the minerals, which they already have of that. They just need really good customer contracts, and customer contracts are done in two levels. They're done at the distribution level to customer, which is usually double the price of what the manufacturing cost is, and then the distribution price to retail, which is double again, which becomes the farmer. So this was a great show. We learned a ton. I'm excited to continue doing these, and appreciate y'all for continuing to tune in. Please subscribe below.